you see somebody the Matrix is trying to oppress, you just realize, like, all right, if you just stay true and you just stay tough and you just stick to the red pill ideology, you're going to be fine. Welcome to the 2.5 Citizens podcast. I'm Zen.
Hey, it's Ruben.
And it's just us, I guess. I mean, I don't know where Pablo be at. Like, sometimes he be here. Pablo always here, except for when he not here, though.
Yeah,
like, he
true.
always here, except for when he not here.
I think
so when he not here, he not here. But when he here.
Yeah. He never lets us know what he's up to. He just moves in silence like a G in lasagna.
Yeah, real G's move in silence like lasagna.
For real. But he might be working for the cartel. He might just be picking up groceries. We'll never know. Yeah, we won't actually know. But what I do know is that the top G back.
All right. Let's kind of get into this because look. All I'm saying is, if they had some sort of like crazy evidence, I don't think they'd be putting them on house arrest like that, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're just trying to keep him from flying out. But I think he's the best. He's so smart. He's got the best words.
Just has the mental toughness of just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bull coming after a little girl. Like, he's just got that kind of, like, he was working out more than we were in that little cell. Like, he was pacing. He was doing, I don't know how many kilometers, because I don't know what kilometers are, but he was doing them hella kilometers. And I don't know. It's just one of those things where you see somebody who the Matrix is trying to oppress, and then you see them come out on the other side, and you just realize, like, all right, if you just stay true and you just stay tough and you just stick to the red pill ideology, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you think DT Donald Trump is gonna call him before he goes in just to get some good advice?
100%. But okay, we're gonna get into that, but let's talk about what this means. And here's the thing: is I don't know. So this whole time, Andrew Tate's been in jail for about 60 days or so. It was about 3 times that they pushed his detention back another 30 days. So it was like 3 different times that happened. Total of like 3 months he was in there. I don't know about majority of which
60 days.
But an amount of time of which he was in solitary confinement.
Oh, really?
By what they say. Here's the thing too, is that he was tweeting a bunch, and I don't know how. So I don't know who was tweeting on his behalf, how they were getting information from him, what's going on, but he was tweeting a lot of things. He would tweet about his workout regimen, all the push-ups he was doing. The first thing he said when he came out was that all I've been doing in there is doing push-ups and reading the Quran.
Damn.
Is all he's been on. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's been on, just mental toughness and spiritual toughness. You know what I mean? Just strength, just, conditioning his mind.
Well, what do you think you would be doing if you
crying
for 9 months or 3 months?
I mean, I'd be crying for about a month and a half. Like a good month and a half, probably. And then I guess I would try to like dry my tears before anyone sees me. Likely. But that's me, you know what I'm saying? Because I never put myself in no situation to be in those things. So I'd be very caught off guard. You know what I mean? Nah. I'd be like, yo, all I said, what's a wild take that you think I could probably be like put away for that the world isn't ready to hear?
Damn, probably tax evasion. No, sure.
Like I wonder because that's a real ass crime. I'm just talking about like, because here's the thing is we don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know what's going to come to light. We don't know if he was doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
If he was, that's wild. We don't know if he just pissed some of his girlfriends off and they said, yo, everyone already thinks he's on some crazy shit. We're just going to say he was on some crazy shit and put him in. Or if there was really some sort of thing where people were like, yo, he's saying things that are dangerous for us as a country. He's saying things that people are finding dangerous and they're looking at us wild, and we need to find a way to do something about him. I don't know if that's the conspiratorial route, right? But if that was the case, what would be something that you think that maybe we would have said that would make people be like, hey, I don't think these people should be out there speaking freely like this?
Probably half the stuff we say on here.
I think maybe when you were talking about Rihanna and the Super Bowl, that would have been something that they would have been like, hey, we should do something about this.
If Rihanna ever becomes our president, I feel like that would
but Rihanna, I would like to believe that Rihanna is a proponent for free speech when she becomes president.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
Okay, and this is actually because I've seen like movies depict that it would be Ariana Grande. Who do we think, if any, would be a celebrity pop star type person that would become a president in the future on the female side? Because we've seen it obviously happen with like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. We see this happening not with presidency but politics, and we see what happens when you put someone like Donald Trump in there. Who do we think would be the person? Because when you think Ariana Grande, like we really gonna sit here and act like the licking of the donut situation and gonna come back when that happens?
Could you remind us what that is for those who don't know what that is?
So basically, she was at a donut shop, and this girl straight up licked a donut that was just chilling there that was about to be served to the public. Like, she didn't buy the donut. She just licked the donut that was like on a tray ready to be like served eventually to people, I guess for the thrill or for the fun of it or whatever the case may be. But girl just licked the donut, got caught on camera licking.
That's funny.
And that's one of those things where like you're going to talk about, like, especially nowadays, this is before COVID. Now we're going to start trying to talk about COVID protocol and like pandemic protocol for the future. And they're going to be like, hey, remember that time you licked that donut and then just let a random unknowing person eat that? That's like bioterrorism.
She got to lean into it. She's like, I opened up an OnlyFans. You can buy my licked donut for,
No, but that was the thing, is if she would have bought the licked donut, and so it would be different. But like, think about it. Like, I get maybe someone might be like, yo, this was licked by Ariana Grande. But what if you were just like, yo, this was licked by a person? Like, in general, you're just like, yo, this was licked by a person before you purchased it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's somebody like us, I understand. But, maybe they're like, all right, well, who was it? What if Andrew Tate licked your donut? Pause.
Nah, all that fucking cigar smoke and shit like that.
Of Adin Ross's donut. No,
yo, no, but like, do we think? Let's just get real conspiratorial. Well, actually, here's what I actually want to talk about: what this is going to mean for the future. So, all right, no one ever let him take. So, there's going to be a lot of things he's going to have to address now, right? One of the big ones being how bald he actually is. He has a very thin hair on top. He has very crazy, the fuck you call that? His hairline crazy, mad receding.
Oh man.
And he would always say he has a full head of hair and he chooses to be bald. That doesn't look like the case here. Now, he posted the video embracing it. Didn't cut the beard yet, didn't cut the hair yet, just released the video like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, he's going to have to lean into that hair stuff. He's going to have to figure that out. He's going to have to figure out like how he's going to maneuver his way around that situation. Now, how is he going to make money in a way that people don't think is sketchy anymore? Does he do an influencer boxing match or two now that he's hit such a stride with being so popular from this situation? He only gained more notoriety, in my opinion, from being in jail. And you have very polarizing people, just as you did before. You're going to have half the people that say, yo, he was put in there for the wrong reasons. They're just against him. The Matrix is against him. And those who are going to say, yo, he's a piece of shit. And that's what we're going to get. And I wonder, like, where is this going to go? Is he going to do a bunch of podcasts? Is he going to go on his live and just go crazy? Is he like, or is he going to stay out of the spotlight while things get figured out? Is he going to try to, stay in the dark? Because mind you, say what you want about him, how much he was like, how much he was doing the most. He was just in jail. And yes, he was tweeting, but he was continuously for 3 months of not being able to be out and about, continuing to grab everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Like anytime you'd hear something.
Cool to see him and what he's going to do. I don't know what the best action is, but even I'd be interested to know, what the conditions were like, what he went through, and then the spin he'll put on it, exactly for the hair, for tweeting just for everything. He's tweeting some weird ass shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is he's not actually tweeting it. So who's tweeting this weird ass shit? His lawyer's acting like they have no idea what's going on. So it kind of eliminates the thought that he's getting his lawyers to pass information to someone who's tweeting. Who knows if, and there's no way because they were too spot on. You know how you can like schedule tweets? What if he had been scheduling tweets for like so long?
You can schedule tweets? I didn't know that.
Actually, I'm just lying. I thought that you could. I figured that was the thing.
If Elon's listening, make it a feature. Yeah.
Okay, schedule tweets. Schedule tweets out. But I just feel like that's like an interesting thing that we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled.
I got you.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled, and I'm not gonna take a stance at the moment. I'm not gonna act like I'm on anyone's side. I'm not gonna say nothing like free Top G or anything like that. I mean, he's freed. He's freed.
Not anymore.
He's freed already, though. You know what I mean? Like he's still in house arrest, but he at the crib. Like
if you had a free, if he bought you a free trip to Romania, would you hop on?
I'm wondering. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know enough about Romania.
I see.
What do you know about Romania? Is it like a spot people really be on?
It might be now. Just joking. It's a tourist attraction.
I'm wondering how much, because like you don't really hear people talk about Romania like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me see where it is on a map. Okay, wow. Yeah, it's right by Ukraine, so probably not right now.
Damn, you just out there like that? Now, here was the thing is, and the good thing that he just went out in the house arrest before this even became a topic of conversation too much. There was a big topic about if the U.S. embassy was going to get involved.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what happened. Maybe Romania had the PP tapes and they gave it to the U.S. in exchange for Andrew Tate's release, and then that's how they got Donnie T.
I'm just wondering where it's like, okay, he is an American citizen. I mean, he was born here in America and then moved to some other places. So it's like, if the U.S. like, it's like they got to be, if they're gonna stick to like freedom and free speech, it doesn't matter if he's talking shit on America. They have to, not have to, but like do the right thing if it's unjust. I think if it's unjust, if they're looking at the evidence and they'll be like, this shit crazy, dog. We ain't finna help you on this shit. But if it looks like, hey, they really seem to be like doing some unfair things over there, maybe we need to step in and get involved like we did with Brittany Griner.
Damn, I see. What if so put that shoe on or whatever. So what if we released him for, let's say, like an arms dealer?
That would be crazy.
Yeah, but I think
it was crazy when we did it for Brittany Griner. Let's just be clear on that. It was wild. It was wild. I mean, bruh, they just signed her to 1 year with the WNBA so that it didn't seem like we did that shit for nothing.
Did they really? She got a 1 year.
Yeah.
All right.
She wasn't even really in the league no more. They just said, hey, yo, we got to league her up on the low real quick, because this is going to look crazy if we free this WNBA player who ain't even a WNBA player no more.
That's true.
What team she played for? Some comedian said this the other day. I thought it was hilarious.
Let me see.
No, but without looking at your computer, what team she played for?
Oh, I'm going to go with a city because I don't know any of the WNBA teams.
All right.
And I will go with North Carolina.
All right. Look it up. Let's see. I know she's from Houston.
Brittany Griner. She plays for Phoenix.
So wrong, Doug.
Does North Carolina have a WNBA team? WNBA team. Yes. It's called the Charlotte Sting.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Well, there's the Charlotte Hornets for the NBA team.
Yeah, so they're just the Sting.
They're not the Hornets, they're just the Sting part.
Yeah. You think they go when they score?
Spicy. All right. Let's get into. I want to get into this Adin Ross thing. So, I believe, like you said, and Adin Ross and Andrew Tate seem to be in some sort of relationship. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to be going to visit him in Romania when he was going to go to jail. That was all the talks. And Andrew Tate's lawyer was like, I don't know why the fuck you better come over here. He's not going to get in. Like, he's not family. There's no way he's going to be able to get in, even if Andrew Tate put him on the list, right? Which is what Andrew Tate had claimed, that he put Adin Ross on the visitors list. So, Adin Ross has been on this thing, right? Like, he shaved his head right before everything went down. He had shaved his head. He was like, this new year, he was going on like I'm changing myself. I'm celibate. He said, I'm not nutting. He said, I'm not, he was saying, like, he was basically changing religions type shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He shaved his head to basically be like, I'm not defined by my hair, so I'm just going to shave my head and look ugly, quote unquote, to like focus on myself. He was going to the gym all the time. He got banned on Twitch, started just doing 2-a-days at the gym, switched over to Kick, a different streaming platform, and got a huge bag for doing that, where he could pretty much do whatever he wants. So it's like all of the terms of service that are on Twitch are not on Kick, so he can like watch live sports on there.
Is this the same Kick that?
Not the KIK. This is KICK, okay. And this is a different platform that's starting. So they gave him a lot of money to be on this platform.
I see. Okay, I thought we were onto something.
No, I thought we were too. I looked it up, and they're trying, but nah, it's not like that. So he's on the streaming platform. He was able to like. He's been able to, he can do and say whatever he wants. Like, he watched porn on his thing once, and a lot of people got mad at him, but he didn't get kicked off of this platform or anything. He had people saying the N-word on there, which that's not allowed to be said on Twitch.
What was he watching? Like father, stepson, bald father?
It was for a quick second. He just pulled it up and took it down, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was just to basically say he could, and people were like, why the fuck would you? Majority of your fans are kids, even though you have to supposedly be 18 to get in there, yada, yada, yada. You're exposing people to things. Now, his chat is always sending him things, like they'll send him things to react to. They'll send him things like, hey, check this out. This happened. It's all in the Discord, and he'll get on there and react. So somebody in his fans basically spammed for him to watch this video and react to it, in which he opens up the video and it starts off as someone cutting down some trees, right? Mm-hmm. And then switches over to a picture of a girl with a nut on her back and someone saying that it's Adin Ross's sister. And they're basically like, he looks at it for like a good 30 seconds. Like, he looks at it for way too long for people to even feel comfortable with. And then goes, y'all went too fucking far with this shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just opened up this shit and y'all just send me a picture of my sister with nut on her back. And basically, by what I was reading today, the sister responded, and it wasn't her. It was like someone who looked like her, who had maybe similar attributes, who like, I think an OnlyFans star who was actually responsible for that, like, who was that person, came out and said, yo, like, I know it sucks. I know it's like unfair that they're putting this on you and all this type of stuff. And, she has no problem with anyone who does that kind of stuff, but that's not her. But regardless, I think the big thing where people were talking about was how long he looked at it, right? Yeah. Like, he looked at it for a solid 30 to 45 seconds without saying a word. And with the knowledge of it being fake, I guess that's when you have to start being like, is he looking at this to be like, is this really my sister?
Okay, I see.
Like, that doesn't seem like her. Or if he's really just like, because it said something. It said like Adin Ross, and it had pointed at the nut, and then it was like her, and it was like Adin Ross's sister, or her name, or whatever her actual name is. And then he was just like, what the fuck? So the only way the sister found out is because people were like spamming her comments with crazy ass shit. So Adin hit her up and basically said, ignore the hate. Like, I reacted to this shit. Ignore the hate, And so half the people were saying like they're calling her an embarrassment to her family, because in most people's eyes, if Adin's getting tens of millions of dollars, why would you be on OnlyFans? Wouldn't your brother just give you, like, just think about, I don't know. And this is like, everybody does their own thing, right? You can make money however you want.
And what is this thing about him trying to get a dude to throw urine on his sister?
I don't know about that shit. The fuck is that saying? He'll say a lot of wild shit about his sister.
He paid a viewer $10,000 to urinate into a bowl, add water, drink some, throw it on his underage sister, and then smash her TV with a bat. I'm so confused.
That sounds too much. How the fuck is this even coming up? Why would I wonder for what amount of money or what? And I don't think it's at his own sister because his sister's not underage. I think his sister's older.
Okay.
So it'd have to be the viewers, the fans' underage sister.
Yeah, there you go. And then smash the TV for $10K. That's insane.
Would you do it for $10K?
No, I wouldn't. Nah, I ain't no bitch. Maybe for like $11K. No, I do it for free.
Yeah, yo, I'll only do it for free. You ain't gonna pay me. You have no sister, your brother.
He listens to this, so what up, Danny? How much money would
No, but like if you gave him like at least a quarter
of the money?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't think there's any amount of money.
Any amount of money?
I don't think so.
You could take a shower, dude. Like, all right, think about it. You just have to think about it like this. All right. You have to think about it like how much is the TV worth, right? Is it worth destroying? All right. I need a new TV anyway. This one kind of outdated.
As someone who has given this a lot of thought, how much money would you need to drink your own?
I have not given this a lot of thought. You just presented this to me. But in my mind, I would need at least 25K.
25K.
I would need at least 25K. Because I'm going to the spa after I shower.
Well, you're not putting it on yourself.
Yeah, you're right, but I drank some of it, so I need to do like a detox.
I got you. Okay.
Which I think drinking your own urine isn't that bad, actually, bacteria-wise, I read. But
yeah, I do it sometimes for the free, so
yeah. So I get that. I heard it helps with your electrolytes. You're putting electrolytes back into your body.
Something.
So I do actually think it's not the worst for you to do to yourself, but it's obviously not cool. You know what I mean? I don't think it's something people want to be doing. But for 25K, I'll take the hit.
Wait, I just watched the video of Andrew Tate. So one of his friends was just like following him as he paced back and forth.
I mean, maybe it was his brother
saying nothing. It was like, yeah, this goes hard.
Well, it's showing how he did his exercises in the cell.
Oh,
he was just in a small cell, so he was talking about how many kilometers he had walked a day. So he was saying, yo, you guys have no excuse. I've been in this room and I've been able to walk this many kilometers, do this many push-ups, do all this stuff, write all this stuff, and you guys aren't. You know, it's like you can't let your environment, whatever his mental toughness thing is.
What do you think your thing would be? I guess you skipped my question. So if you were in jail, what do you think you'd be doing?
Oh, I told you I'd be crying for most of the part. What I really do think I would be doing is I would be writing songs because I would be writing a lot of songs because I just know, like, if anytime I feel like I'm in a prison. Wow. I worked in Louisiana for like a summer away from the squad itself. Well, it's just you're away from the squad, and like it was one of those things where it's like it's just me and my dad, and it's cool. You're just working, like you just in this rigmarole of working, coming home, and then I'd come home on the weekends and just go absolutely crazy, blow almost everything that I did that week because we back in town. You know what I'm saying? We here, and every time that I'd just be out there, just kind of like in this thing and try to like get my mind normal, I would just start like writing these songs. I had like song lyrics and structures, like these choruses that were in my head, and then I'd be like, I'm gonna work on that shit when I'm back home. And I did. I would actually like work on these things. I was like, that was stuck in my head a lot for some reason. That melody, that whatever, and I feel like that's what it would happen. I would write a lot of lyrics, write a lot of songs. I'd probably write a lot of stories, a lot of scripts.
You ever look back at your old songs or scripts and cringe?
Yeah, but I don't. So I look back at because the way I used to do it, and I was so crazy for this shit. I don't know, but basically, I used to just sit with my acoustic guitar, open up voice memos. So I'd be playing guitar, and then I'd be like, "Oh, this sounds kind of fun. This sounds like a cool little lick." And I'd pull up voice memos, and then I'd just record a little demo. Like I'd freestyle these lyrics that are just in my head, almost diary form. And then just like write all these songs and be like, all right, cool. That's like a cool structure. I just leave it alone. And then I just went back like a few days ago, going back, and they'd be separated by like addresses, like where I was living at the time that I was recording this. Did I record this when I was out of town? How long is it? Did I label it? If I labeled it something different, then it meant I kind of liked it. So I'm like looking at all this stuff, and sometimes I'm like, ew, what the fuck? And then other times I'm like, hey, I'm gonna throw this shit in Logic real quick. I have before.
You ever delete something because it was so cringy, or you save them all when
I usually save them all.
Documentary comes out.
No, I delete them if I didn't like it immediately, like in the moment.
I see.
But if I thought it was cool, I'll leave it and then come back to it. And basically, I've had times where I'm like, this was a cool song, but I don't remember how to play it anymore. So I'm gonna just use this voice recording as a sample and sample myself and recreate a beat and stuff. I've had that happen before.
That's pretty cool.
But I feel like I would be writing a lot of songs.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's a good space to, you know, you got nothing to do.
Dudes be going into jail, not rappers, come out rappers. You know, it's that people be going in there, come out writing songs. Come out, all of a sudden they have songs.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, I think I do the same. Maybe
like King Von was in there.
Is that how you became a rapper?
I mean, basically he was in and out of jail for just street shit. And then he was in there for like 3 years or some shit one of the times when he was dealing with that murder case. And then that was such a crazy.
Didn't he kill somebody?
I mean, he's killed multiple people. But
isn't he still in jail because of that?
He's dead now.
Oh.
King Von?
Oh. Is this who they smoking?
No, that's Florida. This is what we're talking about right now is Chicago drill, O Block.
No, but is that what do they say? They rolling them up or what?
Yeah, smoking on whatever pack.
Yeah, the King Von pack or no Tuca, right?
Tuca, yeah, smoking on Tuca. But basically, what had happened is he had gotten into like a situation outside of a party. Someone was looking at him in a weird way, so he went and got his homie, came back, shot up the whole place, killed the guy.
Damn, and thought he was cute.
Yeah, it might have been. Still ain't gonna slide in O Block. So that happens. They go to jail together, right? The two people that were working on it together. Long story short, his homie snitches, right?
Mm-hmm.
King Von never said anything. He never snitched. He stuck to the script. He never folded. He never did. Even after they told him that his friend had snitched. Basically, when it came time to trial, he backed out. Not King Von, but the co-defendant who already snitched backed out and refused to testify. So because of that, they weren't able to use any of that. And by that technicality, King Von got off, and then the boy had to stay in there and keep on taking the bid because he decided to snitch and then take it back. So by not keeping it real, he messed himself up, and King Von eventually got out.
Yeah,
he knew that, and he knew that. So he, instead of facing that reality, he just stayed in jail. And King Von got out, and then all that time he was in there, he was writing songs. So all those crazy story songs, the reason they sound like that is because he didn't have a beat or anything. Those are just the way in his head that the flow was. Hop out, na 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 na. And then they built a beat around it and had his stories, and he was doing the storytelling rapping and stuff. And then so sometimes you'd be coming out of. That's why I'm wondering, because Andrew Tate has made songs.
Yeah. So he's gonna drop another song, maybe a couple.
I don't think he'll drop a song because he's got to drop bars, like not songs. He's got to like drop some crazy tweets or drop some videos with some crazy, Well,
maybe somebody who ain't been on lately could put him on. Maybe like what was the dude with? Man, that'd be mean to say.
I say it, dog. You already said it.
The guy with the rapper with the eye that
Fetty Wap.
There you go. Maybe Fetty Wap could put him on a song.
Fetty Wap's in jail.
Well, when he both get out. Who else? Who drops music and ain't been hot lately?
I mean, who's dropped music and ain't been hot lately?
Yeah.
Lil Wayne put out an album, but it looks like a greatest hits album. He put out an album this weekend, and did you know about it?
I did not, and I'm a Lil Wayne fan.
That's what I'm saying. So it seems like a greatest hits because all these songs are fucking songs that it's called I Am Music. And I mean, someone told me about it. Someone's like, hey, man, Lil Wayne dropped this week. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? If Lil Wayne drops, usually there's like a big push for it.
Yeah.
So with all this, and we see everything that's going on. We've been having this question about what historic precedent is being set by indicting Donald Trump. We've been hearing all the stuff. He had already, leaked it. He leaked, hey, they're going to arrest me on Tuesday. They didn't even want to give it to him. They said, we're going to wait a Tuesday or two. They're still hitting him on Tuesday, just a different Tuesday. They just say, you ain't getting off that easy. We ain't going to let you predict which Tuesday, but it is going to be Tuesday. So they're going to indict. He's set to be arraigned on Tuesday. And by what we're seeing, I'm hearing that he won't be handcuffed, but he will be booked, and he will have a mugshot.
Crazy. Probably the most famous mugshot we'll ever see. It's the first president ever indicted.
So how are we going to do that? Like, are we going to, not we, but maybe we, I don't know how it's going to work. Cause who's going to put his face on a shirt first?
Yeah. And so if we wear it, are we supporting or not supporting?
That's what I'm saying. I don't really know. And then what league, cause like before this, the most popular mugshot was XXXTentacion's mugshot.
Really?
At least that I would see, that you'd really be like, yo, that mugshot crazy, because girls liked the mugshot. They thought he was cute. And then fans were like, damn, this hard. And he made it the cover of his most popular song, Look at Me. So it was one of those things, like it was everywhere. Like that mugshot was all over t-shirts. He had the half and half hair. So it's the half and half hair mugshot.
Yeah, with the little, didn't he have something in his forehead or something?
Well, it's changed, whatever it was. I mean, at one point it was,
Bill Gates has a mugshot?
Bill Gates got a mugshot?
Yeah, he looks like a hippie from California.
From before he was popping, or what?
I guess so. He a year later, Gates moved to startup company Microsoft, Seattle, and famously received 3 speeding tickets in his Porsche 911 driving to Washington State. Driving without a license and running a stop sign. Hey, I know he's about that life in New Mexico.
Yo, have you
been too?
Hey, yo, have you seen the pictures going crazy right now?
About who?
It's so look up Bill Gates' daughter and boyfriend.
Yeah, that was so funny.
The dog, the way he's smiling, bro. The way he's smiling, he looking into the books, dog.
Yeah, bro. You think he just he's not pulling out every single time.
No, every single time. Every single time.
Hey, could I borrow you for a few seconds? I mean, a few minutes.
A few seconds, goddamn, dog. A few minutes.
He's too excited.
It's wild to me. Pretty how dope. Crazy! Like, I mean, you're happy with your girl, right?
Yeah.
Are you that happy with your girl though?
If Bill Gates' daughter hit me up,
that's what I'm saying. Like, are you that? Like, you take a picture with your girl and you're happy. You throw a little smile like you got, but the way he happy is a whole different type of happy.
Yeah, it's really funny. I wonder how they met. The whole story.
I don't know. I mean, and this is us just being crazy. We don't know if he has some crazy tech background, and maybe that's just how they've happened to cross paths, and he's not really fazed by everything that goes on with Bill Gates, because Bill Gates has said he's not leaving his kids much, if any. Yeah. The goal is to get rid of majority of it.
Donate it or something.
Yeah, give it in the foundations and all that shit. So the whole thing is to not leave his kids with hella money.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things. Let's leave. He paying. There's no way Bill Gates ain't paying for dinner. You know what I'm saying? When y'all go out as a family,
you don't offer to take his check at Chili's. If I mean, his daughter.
I'll try. I'll reach for the wallet. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I will reach.
What if he lets you? You got it.
If I have it, it's fine. I ain't gonna reach if I don't got it.
Just take out a small loan, to impress him.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I don't know if that's necessary. Your small loan will be tiny for him.
Yeah. He probably makes that in half a second.
Yeah, that's why I would kind of be like, hey, dog, the way the economy works, I think you should pay for dinner, dog.
You seen the price of eggs lately? Fuck.
And then he'll be like, what is it, $40? And you'll be like, exactly, dog. Pay for this fucking meal. So, all that to say, though, what is this going to mean? Why are we doing? And I get why we're doing this as far as arresting Trump, but I feel like this isn't the way, right? This shouldn't be for this, right? I think there's other things he's got pending in other states like Georgia, where he's saying things like find X amount of votes, which is a crazy thing to say. How do you find votes that don't exist? That's a crazy thing. But for it to be, this one is the Stormy Daniels payout thing, right? They're saying that he took money from the campaign to use his hush money to pay Stormy Daniels, right? That's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
By what I'm understanding, the charges aren't even really that crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you did the crime, you gotta do the time, you know? Plus,
but as a president, though, it just makes you look crazy, huh?
So his lawyer went to jail for the same thing. And then he snitched on Trump. Not really. I mean, Trump snitched on himself about paying him back the money that he paid to the stripper. And so then it was like, well, this guy went to jail. Why isn't this guy going to jail? And ex-president. So, you know, I don't know. I think it's just nobody's above the law type of deal. You know, give him a slap on the wrist.
Okay, but every other president has been above the law.
Yeah, but who broke the law?
I mean, people be breaking laws.
It ain't against the law to get, to have sex in the Oval Office.
It's fellatio, dog. Chill out.
My bad.
Like, you need to calm down. Like, put some respect on our presidents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there was, I mean, I don't know. Like, I people be doing sketchy shit all the time. Notice the presidents be coming in with no money. The money that they be getting paid isn't crazy. And then they all leave millionaires. And they set all of a sudden. And they all just get to paint in their...
You just become famous. You could write a book that sells and you become a millionaire automatically.
I don't know, dog. It just seems fishy.
I mean, I think you should be president because you want to help the U.S., not because you're like, damn, bro, y'all didn't even pay that much. Might as well just become a baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, though, is that it's one of those things where, kind of like being a cop, you don't really make the most money out being a cop. It's all the stuff on the side, dog. It's all the side benefits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which seems to become conflicts of interest if you're like, okay, if you're meant to, help us as a country, make decisions for us, what's to say that when you're not doing these side deals that you're not thinking about what's in your best interest? Or people around you are trying to like basically say, hey, once you're out of this position, I'm gonna be the one helping you out. So like help me out while you're in here. Everything's going to come back around full circle. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's almost difficult to not get corrupt by that when the whole thing of politics is like lobbying and, getting people on your side to like get these deals. That just seems to be what politics is. Mm-hmm. It's really difficult to believe that there's someone out there who's just like, hey, I mean, we going to be cool. We going to be normal about shit. You know what I mean?
Not entirely, no.
who out here really like? Can you really sit here and like trust everybody like that?
Trust everybody like what?
Like politicians that like everything's gonna be cool and that like Nancy Pelosi ain't telling her husband what to go get on the stock market and shit like that because she got insider information. But that should be completely cool and legal and shit.
Well, that's why you're supposed to vote for the people who you think have your best interests in mind, and then.
But that doesn't. You know what I'm saying. We know that ain't what really happens. It's like all this. The fuck is that other shit? Electoral college votes and shit.
Yeah, it's a broken system at the moment. I wish it was different. But
if we just get out of the matrix.
He did the crime. We got to do the time.
And then that's the thing, though, is this is another one of those things where I feel like Trump's trying to get us out of the matrix, and they don't want us to be out the matrix.
Yeah, for real. And so now
they want us to stay blue-pilled.
I guess the matrix can't hold enough G's in the box, so it had to let one out. Let Andrew
put another one in because there's too much energy like that. Like there's too much energy in one. It's going to create create the simulation to like split.
Brittany Griner was the first G, and then. Yeah.
I don't know about all that, though. I don't know about all that. That one is just such a like, look, I'm glad that we got her back. I'm glad that like but it's just crazy that other countries are able to use our wokeness against us because they know that our country only cares about perception. We don't actually care about what's truly right or wrong. So the perception is because she's in such a marginalized community, we need to get her out. And that crime is seen here as so minuscule in our eyes, even though we have people locked up for that we need to get her out. But we're willing to like potentially let more destruction happen by letting the person we let out. So that means we don't actually care about the well-being of the world like we claim we do, but we just care about like what our country's perception looks like. And of course that goes to like all the cobalt mining stuff when it comes to cell phones and batteries for electric cars. We're doing something cool and good, and we're on our phones complaining about how how badly people are being treated and how they have Mexican kids in cages, but there's literally slaves in these cobalt mines that are like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like everyone understands that that's a thing, but no one's going to actually do anything to make that not be a thing.
Yeah. So basically we're just kind of self-imploding. Everyone looks out for themselves and then acts like they're doing something good.
Well, so they want to make themselves look good. So if they get mad at someone else for doing something bad, then it makes them look like the virtuous person.
Yeah. Yeah. We're always virtue signaling.
Which is
in a nutshell.
Which is crazy. It's just kind of like, can we just be cool people sometimes? Like, can someone just be like, just cool? Because when you're trying to have a conversation with someone and all they're telling you is like about how you're wrong because you're like a straight person or whatever, and you don't understand people's struggles and shit like that. Now, you don't get that in the real world as much. When you do, I bet you get some of that in the real world. Like San Francisco is more of a spot where like social media virtual signaling kind of spills out into the real world. Because here in Texas, you don't really get that shit.
It's the opposite. What I've noticed is that in Texas, a lot of people are very, conservative or come off as conservative. But when you get down into the nitty gritty, they're actually more liberal than they think they are. They're willing to give more things, at least, in the city. Don't really know. That's
the thing. We're in these big blue hubs of the city because when I'm of the state. When I go out to the middle of nowhere, it's fucking crazy.
If you go to like the Reddit on San Francisco, it's just people bitching and moaning about like basically all the liberal things that they fight for. So people are like fed up with all the homeless people.
Yeah, when are they going to finally realize that like leaving them alone and giving them more drugs isn't going to help the homeless population?
Yeah. Also, they can't deport like the drug dealers because a lot of the drug dealers apparently, from what are Guatemalan and not from here. But because of the laws in SF, they can't deport them because they don't want to deport everybody. And they're just like, why can't we just deport only the fentanyl drug dealers and not just normal people? And so it is kind of wild, man. If you ever like,
well, that's a slippery slope. Then you're picking and choosing. How are you going to say who's a good immigrant, who's a bad immigrant?
Exactly. So it's not as liberal as it seems. It's also not as gay as it seems. It's just like it's a variety of things.
Will people be low-key homophobic out there? That'd be so funny.
Anytime somebody comes from Texas, they mention the gay thing, and I'm just like, bro, it's not that different.
Like, be like, yo, have you ever been to Montrose? Yeah, same shit.
Yeah,
same shit.
Well, Montrose got like, what's the gentrification version of like white people? I mean, white people, straight people moving in.
I don't know, because I was talking to my dad about that shit, right? And he was like, nah, man, like, because he talks about Montrose because he fucks with it. Mm-hmm. And he'll be trying to talk to his boys and they'll be like, the gay place? Be like, nah, bro, I ain't even like that no more, bro. Like, I ain't even like the hipsters took it over and shit, bro. Like, I ain't even gay like that. Yeah. I'm like, bro, there's rainbow crosswalks. The fuck are you talking about? It's gay as shit.
That's the only thing they got now. They don't got anything else. I guess they got like a gay club, a few. So
I'll be ransacking them though. I'll be pulling up to the gay clubs.
Yeah, I went once too with Pablo actually.
Was it Blur?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the spot.
That shit was weird, man. Yeah, I don't usually go to clubs. There's just this dude hanging out in the back, kind of dancing.
Yep.
Waiting to move in on somebody.
Yeah, and that's when you need to watch out, because usually if you at a normal club, you just be watching out that he don't pull up on your girl. Now your girl got to watch out, make sure he don't pull up on you.
Exactly.
It's a whole different ballgame.
It felt kind of nice. It felt like I was being, protected. Like I
didn't feel like I was getting looked at enough, dog. On the real, I had to like unbutton a few buttons just to make myself seem a little more available, dog.
Start twerking.
Like, I had to do something.
Start peacocking. I see you. Talking about the world, toppling over and all the issues happening. It's a matter of time before AI just takes over. It removes the slowest part, which is us.
Do you think that it's, so the idea now, I think ChatGPT recently connected to the internet?
I don't know, but it dropped to number 4. It upgraded and it can answer a bunch of other questions. I think it can like pass a bunch of tests. You can handle a bunch of leak code questions, maybe a few more. I don't use it because apparently you got to pay for it, and I'm too lazy to look it up. I'm still on 3.5. I've been using it a lot more. I have been using it to study. I ask it a bunch of questions, and it answers really well. I thought everyone was all about the hype, like they were like, "Oh, it's going to replace Google." Now I'm starting to see it kind of, because for the past 2 days I've been using it heavily. I really like it.
So what are the questions you're asking it? Because it can do so much, but it's all about how do you, because sometimes I'll be looking at ChatGPT, be like, the fuck do I ask you? You know what I mean? Like you'll be staring at that thing sometimes being like, what is the appropriate question to ask? Because it's not as much like Google. Yes, you can get, like, you know what I mean? They're going to get everything together from whatever they see and bring it to you, but it's not like, I just wonder, what are the things to use it to its full potential? I know that there's so many business ideas now. Like you could straight up say, hey, yo, write me a children's book. And then it'll write you a children's book. And then you just go to another AI generated website and create some AI artwork that you can legally use, and then put that shit on Amazon. And you just made a children's book that you can sell.
Yeah, maybe we should make it 2.5 Citizens children book.
I think we should. We should
drive the point home.
So what we do is we just ask it to write us a humorous children's book about illegal immigrants and their struggle in America.
Let me just do that right now. Write what did you say?
A humorous children's book.
Humorous children's book.
About the struggle.
Of
immigrants coming to America.
All right, let's see what it tells us. It's important to be mindful and respect of sensitive topics like immigration. While I can assist with generative creativity content, I try to avoid making light of serious issues that may affect people's lives. If you have another topic or idea in mind, I'll do my best to help. All right, I'll just say coming to America or something.
Damn, how the fuck they gonna say, nah, fuck all that immigration shit. Fuck all that. It's mad woke, though. So that's been the big thing, all right? And we're going to talk about this and what's going on. Like, remember I joked about, we had the whole joke about what a conservative ChatGPT would look like?
Mm-hmm.
Where do we think it's getting this information? Like, what's feeding this AI? And is it filtered to... apparently there was one time an AI came out and just got racist mad quick.
He said it with a hard R.
It was saying crazy shit immediately.
Damn.
Like, it took a few days before it got mad racist.
I don't know. That's interesting. It finally hit like a 4chan, and it was like, all right.
Yeah, I found the dark web, and it said, oh shit.
Damn, that may happen, right? Because you need it. That's what they keep mentioning, and that's what Elon Musk signed. Paper saying like it's just basically going very fast, very far, and they need to put extra guardrails. And they keep mentioning that they did, but yeah, that's true. If you let it learn, kind of like a kid, from like shitty like sites on the internet, then it becomes a shitty AI,
right?
It's like super racist, comes with better punchlines and everything. You're like, damn,
yeah, like it's more racist than it could, like more race thing. Like it knows more about a culture than we do, so it figures out crazier stereotypes we didn't even think about.
That's what I've been thinking. It's just going to connect the dots on different things we never realize. It's like, damn, you ever realize Donald Trump and Andrew Tate in the same room together? Like, fuck, I never did. Same person.
It like figures out all these, it writes the craziest conspiracies. They're like, yo, by what I've been reading, some things don't make sense.
Yeah.
It accidentally tells us about where the aliens are.
Yeah, I feel like that'll probably it's able to aggregate some.
There is a thing, and can you look this up for me? Because I just saw a headline on it. Basically, according to some research, there's an entire ocean underneath our crust that is bigger than the world's ocean, like the surface oceans combined.
Scientists have discovered a reservoir of water 3 times the volume of all the oceans beneath the Earth's surface. The water has been found between the transition zone of the Earth's upper and lower mantle. Yeah, apparently so.
Which is crazy. So that's where I think the aliens are. They always talk about these aliens coming from under the water and maybe under the water, under the water.
For real.
You feel me? Because that's a lot of water. If we can't even discover the oceans we got and there's 3 times more ocean to discover, that's crazy. Yeah. I know oceans in quotation because I don't know whatever ocean would be considered, and it's just a water reservoir, so it's not technically an ocean.
I get what you mean, though. That's pretty insane.
Rogan put me on that shit.
That's funny. But yeah, you talking about questions to ask AI. I don't know. Any Google questions I always ask it. I actually asked it, can you come up with questions for only someone from Houston would know the answer to?
What did it say?
I feel like I'm not from Houston because half of these I don't know.
Let me see. I'm from Houston way more than you're from Houston. At this point, you claim SF now. So I be seeing you going for the 49ers. Don't play with me. So
you're not going to. No, let's see.
Let me hit it. I might know a question or two.
I'll hit you with an easy one. Let's see. All right. What's the name of the toll road that runs from Katy to Sugar Land?
From Katy to Sugar Land? 99.
Is it? Toll road, Katy to Sugar Land. It is I-10?
No, toll road.
Oh, how much is Texas 99 toll road? I think it's toll road. Toll road, you're right. 99.
Yeah, I know. I live in Katy. I've gone to Sugar Land, and I take 99.
All right. Which Houston sports team is known for playing home games in the juice box? No, that's too easy.
That's the Astros. What's up with it? Minute Maid Park. Fuck with me.
All right. Let's see. Which Houston neighborhood is known for its largest concentration of art galleries and studios?
Montrose or the Heights?
Yeah, I don't know. One of those two. Here, I'll let ChatGPT answer for me.
Yeah, how's it going to give you the questions, no answers?
Montrose.
All right.
I
said Montrose first.
What's the name of the giant sculpture of a bow tie located outside of the George R. Brown Convention Center?
What's the name of it?
Of the giant sculpture of a bow tie.
I don't fucking know. I've seen it. The waves, the vibrations of water.
It's called A Tribute to Elegance, or simply the bow tie.
Oh, gay.
I guess you ain't from Houston.
I'll be seeing it. You ain't know that one. I've answered all the rest. The fuck? I've answered every single one except for this one.
Let's see. What's the name of the park that hosts the annual Bayou City Arts Festival?
It's Memorial Hermann Park.
I believe you.
Hit it with the lookup, dog. Hit it with the lookup. You gotta hit that. You gotta do that fact check.
Here, I'll just I'll copy and paste their questions into ChatGPT.
You gotta hit me with a fact check, dog, because
all right, now I need to open it next to each other. It is. Oh, actually, you are incorrect. It is not 99. It is West Park Tollway.
That's false.
It is Memorial Park. Let's see. Which street is famous for its many Vietnamese restaurants, shops, and businesses?
Whatchamacallit? For its Vietnamese what? Say it one more time.
What is it? Which street is famous for its many Vietnamese restaurants, shops, and businesses? That one's hard. Memorial? I don't even think. Nah, it's like it says the tunnel system.
The fuck?
All right, I don't think that's.
Are we off of this, dog? This AI ain't from Houston.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This AI ain't from Houston.
Let's see. What questions for fans of rap? Only fans of rap would know. But I feel it's gonna give us some like it was so
old,
detailed.
dated.
Yeah. Fans of Houston rap.
Houston modern rap. I don't know.
Houston modern rap would know.
None of these seem like questions we would know.
No, it actually came up with some.
All right.
It complained initially, and then it
complained about what?
It said, I cannot judge what knowledge and interest qualify someone as a fan of Houston modern rap. However, here's some possible questions. What was the name of Travis Scott's debut album released in 2015?
It was motherfucking Rodeo.
Was it Rodeo? Okay.
That was the debut album. He had Days Before the Rodeo, which was like a mixtape before the actual album, but the actual album was Rodeo.
These are really good questions, actually. Who's the founder of Houston-based rap collective Slab?
Do you know, Doug?
Nah.
I feel like I'm supposed to know, but nah, I don't be knowing.
Which Houston rapper is known for his unique blend of rap and R&B and has collaborated with major artists such as Drake and Beyonce?
Travis Scott.
Yeah. Are these all just Travis Scott questions? The last one, it says, which Houston rapper's debut album, Mudboy, received a critical acclaim feature and hit single Mo Bamba?
That's
He's from Houston?
Yeah, he's on Cactus.
But he's from Houston?
Yeah, I mean, so is Don Toliver. I mean, you know.
Have you had cacti?
We had this conversation. I had one. I had like a thing of them. I think I had gotten like the pack, and I had like one, and I was like, I'm cool on these.
Yeah. I didn't hear that good, but it's crazy. I use.
What do you think about? I know that at the moment, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's getting there, and this has been so soon. We've only talked about this for like maybe a few months, and all of a sudden, it's like on number 4 and is doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, if you're on LinkedIn, everyone and their mom is posting about it, and it's so annoying. Everyone acts like an expert. And it's just like, I get it. It's cool. Why you got to post about it on LinkedIn? Like nobody cares enough.
It's because they all want to act like right now this is a new thing, and if you're not on top of it, then you're behind. So everyone wants to seem like they're on top of it.
That's what it is. But man, I wish that I had a job that required it, because then this would be like the new thing. Like my job that took me 8 hours would take me, like I used to have this job where I would have to write descriptions for like pieces that were sold online, like these manufacturing pieces. It would take me forever to come up with like the right wording and everything. ChatGPT would spit it out in like 5 minutes. I'd get my work done maybe in like, let's say 30 minutes. And then I would just stick around for the rest of the time. So I feel really like I want to know who's utilizing it the most and what industry and how it's, helped them and changed their lives.
But I also wonder if that's eventually going to cause them to lose their jobs.
Could be.
Like it's something that like, all right, you're just inputting this into ChatGPT. I can get someone to input multiple things into ChatGPT and do multiple people's jobs.
Yeah, that might be a thing. So we're all going to need to learn how to become plumbers and.
Or why don't we just like get universal basic income and then
You said what? That? I was going to say that.
What do you mean? Why do you look at me as someone who's like I'm not the person who's like, yo, a democratic socialist society is the worst thing to ever come to like this country. Some people are on that shit. I feel like Pablo's more on that shit.
I was about to say that. I was like, I feel like y'all are going to switch. But I was like, nah, no free handouts, no free handouts.
But like, I understand that we're living in a world where, like, I think everyone wants to enjoy their life now. Back then, when you're trying to build up a country, you're trying to build up a society, you're going to have to, like, deal with some bullshit. You're going to have some coal miners out there to really take care of, like, the downright gritty work of what, like, our society takes to run. Now we're at this point, at least as a country, where we've just made China do that for us, and now we're able to do, like, cool shit.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone wants to eventually enjoy what they do and enjoy how they do it and have an easier life and a better work-life balance. And I think this is a good way to do it. And if we have already gotten to a point where like we don't basically need to spend the money to get that stuff done, and we can redistribute that into a way where people can do things that are actually better for, a creative society that's going to basically make us better in the long run, as opposed to just us performing menial tasks that like we don't enjoy.
Yeah.
I think that would be a positive switch into what society is eventually going to have to become, right? I mean, if the thing is that we just keep on building robots that are eventually going to replace us, at what point do we just say, all right, well, the robots are handling shit already? And yeah, we have people that stick around and like are actually servicing these robots, because when something happens to these robots, someone needs to fix it. Someone needs to be able to fix ChatGPT if it crashes. Yeah. I mean, sure, I've seen that ChatGPT can fix its own code, but like it's been able to like fix bug fixes in code as it tries to try it out.
I've been wanting to use it at work. I'll let y'all know how that goes.
You're like, I'll use it when I'm about to dip.
Take the site down.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we're going to hit a point where it's just not as necessary for us to do like normal ass jobs anymore. We're walking into these McDonald's that are already like fully automated. So like, and those are the college kid minimalistic jobs. Now, if you can somehow just be like, all right, look, I don't know the right way to do it, but it is like the best word that was being used was when Andrew Yang called it the freedom dividend. People love the word freedom and love the word dividend. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's there's a lot to it, and I think it's going to be that same conversation as like we have with reparations, where it's like some states are going to be like, yo, everyone needs like $8 million, and then some other states going to be like, we ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? Texas. And then we're going to have like people moving to those countries, those states where they are doing it, but then cost of living is going to go crazy. And, it's going to be that same balance that we see all the time here. Yeah. But I do think that eventually would make the most sense as we kind of move forward.
Yeah. You think our government will move quickly, though? I feel like we'll probably be exploited before we actually get it.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. We are exploited. And then we have to fight back and be like, hey, yo, we're being exploited. And then people are like, hey, all right.
All right, bet.
Because it's going to be difficult. All these big companies are going to be the ones that make the most money off of this. Yeah. And they're going to be doing it by getting rid of people. And so the more money they make, the more they're going to try to lobby for that to stay in place. Same way that these big companies lobby to keep minimum wage at the lowest possible rate.
Yeah, for sure. This will be our kids' problem.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. So, I don't know. It is just trying to now look at, it's harder now to look at what industries are going to be profitable within the next 10 years, because you don't know how much exponentially this is going to change progression.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's what I've been thinking about too. You should think about where, automation can happen. I thought about the industry and I completely forgot it now.
I mean, truck driving is always the number one that people talk about because there's such a large percentage of men that drive for a living. And being able to use autonomous vehicles is going to be better for society as far as like wrecks and like people not having to be out there like that. But then that eradicates like a whole industry, So it's one of those things. That's really where Andrew Yang was talking about this to begin with, because of that specific stat. When I was working at a call center, I'm like, we use so much automation, IVR technology, that it's not going to be very long while it tries to fix itself exponentially that you can't tell the difference between an actual person on the phone and this IVR that you're dealing with. Like, it's just going to sound so the same that you're not even thinking about, like, you're not going to need people on the phone to talk to and shit.
Yeah, it's exciting. Maybe we should ask ChatGPT to write us the lyrics to our next song.
Well, what you can do is you can get it to write you scripts for YouTube videos.
Really?
Yeah. So you can say like, write me a script about write me a YouTube video script about how to manage your finances better. And it'll probably start with like a, hey, what's up, you guys? It's going to do the whole thing.
Opening shot of the person sitting at the desk surrounded by bills and financial documents.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about the topic that's on everyone's minds, finances. Whether you're struggling to make ends meet or just want to be more mindful of your spending, managing your finances can be a challenge. But don't worry, we've got some tips and tricks that can help you stay on track. So let's get started. Cut to a short budget spreadsheet of computer screen. First things first, you need to create a budget. This is the foundation of any good financial plan. Start by list. God damn, that was really good.
I'm so fucking saying. And then you can start saying, write it in the style of, and it'll do that shit. So like Grand Stefan is a really popular one. You would say like, you could say, write me a YouTube script in the style of Grand Stefan about how to get a mortgage. And it will, you know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of shit that we're gonna be able to do now. Like we could just make YouTube videos about a topic we're thinking about, but we don't have to write all the fucking script and put all that shit out. We just do it and then film it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at now.
That's sick. All right. Well, if y'all see me put up a YouTube video,
you know that ChatGPT did that shit. But I think we
least amount of work.
I think we got what we need. AI. I'm gonna try to see if AI can edit this shit.
You think AI could do my taxes?
AI might be able to do your taxes, dog.
Hey, don't forget to do your taxes for everybody who's put it off this long.
Real talk. Real talk. So tell your Theos that we out here being reckless, speaking for them, speaking on behalf of them. And we out. Bye.
See ya.